video is not about hype. It's about what really works. It's about why some people grow fast while others stay in the same place for years. We'll break it down step by step. How to attract success by actually becoming someone success wants to follow. No filters, no fake advice, just real talk. If you're tired of starting over, tired of feeling behind, and ready to take full control of your life, this is exactly where you need to be. Watch this till the end, and watch how your mindset starts to shift. Chapter 1. Stop lying to yourself and face the truth. You know, one of the hardest things to do in life is to stop lying to yourself. Not to your friends, not to your family, those are different challenges. But the moment you stop lying to yourself, you begin the real work of changing your life. Most people don't fail because they don't have talent. They don't fail because they're not smart. They fail because they lie to themselves about who they are, what they're doing, and where their life is really going. And until you stop that, you can't attract success, because success starts with the truth. Always. If you want success, the first thing you need is honesty. Pure, uncomfortable, personal honesty. Ask yourself right now, are you proud of how you spend your time every day? Are you living like someone who truly wants to succeed? Or are you just saying you want success while your actions prove otherwise? This is where most people lose the game. They say one thing, but their life shows something different. You can't build a great life on excuses. You can't attract success when you're avoiding your own reality. If you say you want to be in shape, but you haven't worked out in weeks, don't lie. If you say you want to be successful, but you waste your mornings scrolling through your phone, don't lie. If you say you want to be focused, but you surround yourself with distractions, stop lying. Because the longer you pretend, the longer you stay stuck. You see, success isn't fooled by words. It's attracted to behavior. And the truth is, your current life is already giving you signals. Look around you. Look at your finances. Look at your health. Look at how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Those are your results. They're not random. They are exactly what you've built based on the truth or the lies you've told yourself every single day. And if you don't like what you see, then something inside needs to change. Not tomorrow, not later, right now. You don't need a miracle. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to tell yourself the truth. That's where power begins. That's where growth starts. When you say, I haven't been honest about my habits. I haven't been consistent. I've been taking the easy way out. When you finally own that, you free yourself. Because now, you're not pretending anymore. Now you're in control. People often wait for motivation. They wait for the right time. But the truth is, the right time shows up when you get honest. Motivation grows when you stop running from your reality and face it. You don't need anyone else to fix your life. You need to get serious with yourself. When you stand in front of the mirror and say, "This is on me," you take the first real step towards success. You see, lying to yourself is comforting. That's why people do it. It makes you feel better, temporarily. It allows you to avoid the discomfort of change, but the pain of the lie will always catch up with you. Maybe not today, but eventually. The truth is uncomfortable at first, but it sets you free. It gives you direction. It pushes you to take ownership. You want success? Stop blaming things outside of you. Stop pointing fingers. Stop pretending things are just fine when they're not. If your health is declining, face it. If your mindset is negative, admit it. If your time management is poor, own it. That level of honesty is rare, but that's why success is rare. Because it only shows up in the lives lives of people who are willing to deal with what's real. You don't fix what you won't face, and what you don't face starts to control you. When you tell yourself, I'm doing the best I can, but deep down you know you're not, you create internal conflict. That conflict eats away at your confidence. It makes you feel stuck. It's not because you're incapable. It's because deep down you know you're not giving your best, and that truth haunts you whether you admit it or not. But here's the good news. The moment you face the truth, you get your power back. You stop pretending. You stop wasting time. You stop waiting for someone to come save you. You become your own rescue team. And that's when success starts to find you. Not when you become perfect, but when you become real. There's something powerful about standing in your own truth. When you look at your life and say, this is where I'm at, these are my flaws, these are my strengths, this is what I need to work on. That's not weakness, that's wisdom, that's maturity, that's growth. The reason most people never improve is because they can't admit where they're falling short. They protect their ego, they avoid judgment, but in doing so, they also avoid success. You see, the person who lies to others is a liar, but the person who lies to themselves is lost. And success cannot follow someone who is lost inside their own mind. Success wants to follow someone who is grounded, someone who is honest, someone who doesn't pretend to be further ahead than they are. If you want to grow, start by accepting exactly where you are, and then start working forward from there. No more acting like you have it all figured out. No more telling people you're disciplined when your results say otherwise. Stop putting on a mask. Start doing the work. You're not weak for admitting your faults. You're strong for being aware of them. You're not broken. You're human, and every human can grow. But growth only begins when you accept the truth. No shortcuts, no filters, just raw honesty. You don't have to share your truth with the world, but you have to face it with yourself. Every day, every night. When you miss your goals, don't make excuses. Reflect. When you lose your focus, don't defend it. Correct it. That's how you build discipline. That's how you grow confidence. You prove to yourself that you're not afraid to deal with the real work. And I'll tell you something else. Success doesn't just respond to strategy. It responds to alignment. When your words match your actions, when your dreams match your effort, when your goals match your discipline, you become aligned. And that alignment pulls success toward you. It's not magic. It's consistency built on truth. The opposite of truth is fantasy, and too many people are living in it. They want results without effort. They want praise without work. They want respect without sacrifice. That doesn't happen. Life doesn't reward fantasy, it rewards action. And the only way to take meaningful action is to build it on honest foundations. You have to ask yourself, what do I really want? And what am I doing every single day to earn that life? The truth might hurt, but it will guide you. And that guidance is worth everything. It's the only thing that never lies to you. So stop sugarcoating things. Stop saying, I'll change when I feel better. No, you'll feel better when you change. Start holding yourself to a higher standard. Look at your schedule. Look at your attitude. Look at your results. If they don't match the life you say you want, then something has to change. And that change starts with truth. Start today. Sit down with yourself. No distractions, no noise, just you. Ask yourself the hard questions. Answer them honestly. What are you avoiding? What are you hiding from? What needs your attention right now? The answers will come, and when they do, don't run from them, run toward them. That's where your new life begins. So if you want to attract success, start here. Stop lying to yourself. Face the truth. Own your flaws. Own your potential. And start becoming the person who deserves the life they dream about. That's how it starts. That's how success shows up. Through truth. Through discipline. Through ownership. And if you keep showing up like that, day after day, then one day success won't be something you chase. It'll be something you naturally attract. Because you've become someone who lives in truth. And that's who success belongs to. Chapter 2. Fix the things you keep avoiding every day. The longer you avoid something, the heavier it becomes. That's a fact of life. And it doesn't matter how small the task is. Once you push it aside, it grows in your mind. It starts following you around. You might not notice it at first, but it drains your energy, takes your focus, and slowly chips away at your self-respect. Success doesn't hide in comfort. It waits behind the things you keep putting off. And if you truly want to attract success into your life, then you have to face the things you've been avoiding. Not tomorrow, not later, today. We all have something we avoid. For some, it's that conversation they know they need to have. For others, it's cleaning up the mess they've let pile up, physically or mentally. It might be the gym, it might be their finance, might be building a new habit or breaking an old one. The list doesn't matter. What matters is the pattern. Every time you ignore it, it grows. Not just in size, but in weight. You start feeling tired, not because you've done too much, but because you've carried too much that you've never dealt with. Most people want to improve their life, but they delay the one thing that would make a difference. Action on what's being avoided. They say things like, "I'll get to it later," or "I'm not in the right mindset." But later becomes never, and the right mindset never comes without movement. You don't wait to feel good. You move through what you don't want to do, and then the feeling changes. That's how real change begins. Look at your day. Look at how you spend your time. Chances are, there's something you've been skipping. It's always in the back of your mind. It might be a phone call, a decision, a step, a task you've delayed for weeks or months. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you weaken your ability to trust yourself. And self-trust is the root of confidence. Without it, your energy drops, your discipline suffers, your belief fades. You start doubting your ability to follow through, and that doubt keeps you stuck. Now ask yourself this: what if the thing you're avoiding is the exact thing that would change everything? What if success is on the other side of it? What if your peace, your progress, your self-worth, all of it, is waiting behind that wall you keep refusing to climb? You'll never know until you go toward it. Success doesn't show up for those who keep running from what they need to face. It shows up for those who stop negotiating with themselves. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about choosing one thing and dealing with it fully. Clean your room. Answer that email. Apply for that opportunity. Have that tough conversation. Cut out the junk you keep returning to. Whatever it is, do it now. Because your progress starts where your avoidance ends. Some people believe that avoiding things protects their energy. That's not true. Avoidance doesn't save your energy, it steals it. It doesn't protect your peace, it breaks it. When you know something is unfinished or unaddressed, your mind stays busy, your emotions stay unsettled. You can't fully focus on anything else because part of you is still tied to what's being left undone. When you face what you avoid, something powerful happens. You feel lighter, you feel clearer, you feel more in control. Even if it's hard, even if it's uncomfortable, you grow. And that growth isn't temporary, it stays with you. It becomes part of your identity. You start seeing yourself as someone who handles things, someone who moves forward, someone who doesn't hide from what matters. A successful life isn't built on big leaps, it's built on small decisions to handle what's real. You take care of your responsibilities, you stop saying I should and start saying I did. You deal with your finances, you fix your health, you clean your space, you cut off toxic habits. You do what's necessary, not because it's easy, but because it's needed. There is no such thing as successful avoidance. Ignoring things doesn't make them go away, it just delays the lesson. And the longer you delay, the harder the lesson becomes. If you want to attract success, you must grow up mentally. You must mature emotionally. You must stop expecting your life to change while your habits stay the same. Growth is not comfortable, but comfort is not what you need right now. You need clarity, you need strength, and that comes from handling the difficult things. Stop waiting for motivation to arrive. That's a trap. Motivation grows through action, not the other way around. When you start handling the little things, you create momentum. When you build momentum, you build trust in yourself. And when you trust yourself, you unlock a different level of power. That power doesn't come from talent, it doesn't come from knowledge. It comes from doing what others avoid. While they're thinking, you're moving. While they're hesitating, you're acting. And that difference compounds. Days become weeks, weeks become months. Suddenly your life looks different, not because of luck, but because you kept showing up where others ran away. There's no reward for running from what's hard. The reward lives in the work you refuse to skip. And every day you choose to avoid something, you teach your mind that you're not in control. You tell yourself that pressure wins, discomfort wins. But when you face the thing you avoid, even if it's messy, you teach your mind a new truth. You teach yourself that you are capable, that you are resilient, that you are not the same person you used to be. Avoidance creates a prison. It keeps you locked inside your limitations. It feeds the belief that this is just who I